Welcome back to our channel.
I'm Jocelyn.
I'm me.
I'm me.
Yes.
That's true.
And today we're going to be doing a video on how to make homemade tortillas.
Yes.
Yes. So the first thing we did was wash our hands, right?
Yes.
Hands are clean. We wiped down our countertop because we're going to be rolling stuff out on it. And I just use some water and vinegar since it's food safe, but also kills germs. We got our hair up and we're going to get started. So what do we need for our ingredients? What's this?
Flour.
Yep, just all-purpose flour.
And a bowl.
A bowl, yeah. Some salt.
Yes.
Some vegetable oil.
Another bowl for a measuring cup, just
Yeah.
in case if we spill.
Mama.
And then we got warm water.
I see Jocelyn.
There. Can you see
Yeah,
Jocelyn?
I
Okay.
see her face.
Her face, okay. All right, well, the girls are going to help me out, and they're going to measure stuff out. So you can measure it, Jocelyn, and then let Ruby pour it in the bowl. So you need 2 cups of flour. Normally I don't measure things, but I'm going to try and measure things for you guys to see. That way, if it's the first time you're making it, you have a little bit better
And you might
guide.
want to make sure when you measure things, you use your actual good hand so you don't spill everything
Okay.
everywhere.
Here, go ahead.
Hello.
It's 2 cups of flour.
Flour.
Mm-hmm.
Put in my bowl.
Okay, wait a minute. I'll let you pour it in the bowl in a second, okay?
There's enough.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh!
Yeah, well,
Just. Now go
Okay.
like this over the bowl.
now dump it
No,
in.
well, not everywhere. Dump it in, Ruby.
Dump it in.
Yep.
Okay.
Be careful.
There's 1. Okay.
Scoop
No.
out.
Throw it away.
Okay.
Okay, now do
And you want to
another.
make sure not to make a mess like me.
No.
Do another one.
No, wait.
Don't make a mess.
No. I see her. Well,
It's okay. That's what we got the bowl for. Okay, I'll push you back. Hang on.
this is fun.
This is fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is fun making homemade things.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
I'm
little
just trying to make sure.
Okay, that's probably good. It doesn't have to be exact. Like I said, I don't even usually measure it. I just kind of dump it. Okay?
Yep.
There we go. We got our flour. Okay? And the recipes I've seen
We're not
call
even done
for
yet, Ruby. How is it
a
so good?
teaspoon of salt.
Yep.
Mm,
Put it in there.
So I'm going to measure that out, okay? And then I'll...
Okay.
Okay.
And it's just regular table salt. You want to dump it in?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. All right. And now
I
we do
see
the
it.
oil. And I don't measure my oil. I just kind of make a little hole in there. Yep.
Whoa, stop.
And fill it up. You don't need much because you're going to use warm water to get it all to come together. But you do need
It looks like an egg.
vegetable oil.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like a clumpy.
There we go. Okay. Now let's see.
I need to mix it up.
You can kind of see on the camera about how much we've got in there. It's really not a whole lot. Maybe a tablespoon or 2. And then, hang on a second. Don't mix it yet. Let me get the warm water.
You put in warm water. That's
Warm
enough.
water.
That's
Wait
enough.
a minute.
And make sure it's not cold water, because if you accidentally turn it on to cold water, you don't want that because it can mess up the tortilla. So that's why you need warm water.
And we're just gonna, I just got a glass. We're just gonna add slowly to the mixture until it all comes together to form a dough. So go ahead and mix it up with your hands.
Too much.
Not too much. Yep. It's gonna be messy, but we can wash our hands.
Yeah.
And it all matters if your hands are washed, because you don't
Yeah,
want.
we have already got clean hands.
It's really sticky.
Get in there and mix it. Oh yeah, I forgot. You also need a rolling
I
pin.
feel like
We've
I'm a
got
dough
rolling
man. I'm a dough man.
pin. Pull it off your fingers. Scrape it off your fingers. Get it mixed up.
Just kind of put it in a clump.
All right, we're gonna get that to come together, and then we'll be back with the next step. All right, we're back, and we've got our dough that's come together, just a regular dough ball.
Yeah, we made our own dough.
Yeah, our hands are clean from that mess of getting the dough to come together.
And don't worry if it's still on your hands, because it's okay to come off.
Yeah, we're gonna dust our surface just like we would
Yeah.
with anything else, and I like to dust this a little bit too, the dough itself.
Make
And we're
sure-
gonna make our pinch pieces of dough, about like that,
I roll.
for each
Need a
tortilla.
roll.
Might need a little bit
Make
more.
it a burrito.
I like bigger tortillas.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I showed you.
Big tortillas are the best.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I like it. I like it.
Now you make some.
Mhm.
Yep. Like that.
A little bit more. See, about this size is what you want.
Like that.
About the size of a donut hole, yeah.
Dodo here.
There you go,
I want
yep.
the dodo.
Yep.
I mean dodo.
It's a little bit
I
big.
mean wogo.
Okay.
I
Alright.
mean wogo.
Like
I'm
that?
just gonna add it to
I
this
mean
one.
wogo.
Let's see.
Mama, I mean
Yeah.
wogo.
Yeah, that's good.
Mama, I mean wogo.
Just don't want to make
I
it
mean
too big.
poop.
You made poop? Well, that's lovely. You're nasty.
You are.
Okay.
You're
While
nasty.
she does
with
that,
me.
I'm gonna fly out. This is actually one of my grandmother's before she died. I got hers, and it's just a plain
That
piece
good
of
enough?
wood. There's really no, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Ruby, no. Okay. There's no weight to it. It's not like a regular rolling pin that has weight that you
Then mine.
roll out
I wanna do
pastry
it.
dough.
I want to do it.
Okay, go ahead.
I
There you go.
like rolling pins.
Oh, we gotta dust your dough a little bit.
And
there
your
we go.
pan sometimes.
Yeah.
If it's sticking to your pan, like always, you should put
Okay, ready?
flour on
Let
it.
me show you. Put one hand here, and roll it out. There you go. Okay, now lift it up. We're gonna turn it.
And
Okay,
make sure it's
roll
not
it.
sticking to it.
There you go.
I'm almost about done, so I can help her. She
Okay. This one is gonna be too small for one, so we'll just add it to some of the smaller ones that we've got. Let's see what size is that. This one maybe. Okay. Actually, that one probably.
And if you get flour on your hands, just dust them off or wash them.
Okay.
Or you can wait till after if you like
All right.
being dirty.
And we're ready to roll them out. Ruby, we need that rolling pin though, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me show you how to do it first. You want to do those two?
My wogo.
Okay, first of all, we're going to
These
start,
two, and once you're done, you can get more.
roll it like this, and then we want to take our thumbs and kind of
Mama,
work
my
it
wogo.
into, yes, I hear you, into kind of a round-ish shape with our
Like that?
dusted rolling pin. Yep.
I need wogo.
And then we're
I need
gonna-
that. And I have
Oh,
no
let me
more
see.
pin.
Let me see if I can do it where you can see.
Whatever happened to
I
mine?
need that
You
this
need this one, the other one's too heavy. Like that, and we're going to turn it. And just keep turning it little by little, and it'll help keep that round shape. You don't want to turn it too much, just a little bit at a time. And don't apply too much pressure, nice and easy.
Then my sis.
And once you
Okay.
and once you roll it for a bit, then you should flip it over
Hang
to
on,
the other
hang on.
side.
I'm still using it. Yeah.
I need water.
See, can you see it in the
Pink.
video? Okay. 'Cause I'm kinda-
Yes, I think they can.
Daddy.
Okay. Ruby, just a minute. You need to wait your turn. I'm trying to roll this out.
Fine.
It's not going to be perfectly round,
Yes.
but it's going to be round-ish. That's what we're looking for. Ish, yep. Sometimes I like to flip it over and dust the other side and then start rolling that side. Okay. We're just going to keep working at it till we get it the size we want. Now these dough balls didn't start out very big, so they're not going to be the large, huge burrito size
I like the hoops.
tortillas, but we've got
Make mine into
probably
a
soft taco size.
I need some pink.
Okay, but there we go. There's our first one. Okay, and I take the side that has the flour on it, and you want to lay that down on your countertop so that it doesn't stick. If you put the other side down, it's going to stick to your countertop, and when you go to cook it, it's going to be really hard to try and get it off there without making a mess. Okay, all right. So you try one,
I want to do it.
and then we'll cut to a commercial,
Yeah.
and then we'll come back once all our tortillas are. Okay, just a second. Let Sis roll hers. It's her turn now. Get all this out of the way. Yeah? You need some flour on your rolling
Yeah.
pin.
Because mine is sticking really bad.
There you go. Now roll it like that. Perfect. Now turn it.
Like that.
No, don't flip it. Just turn it. You want to stay on the same side for right now. Okay, see like that? Okay, but only try and go one pass, because when you start trying to do 2 passes is when it kind of gets a little bit wonky. One pass,
Okay.
and then flip it.
I'm done now. I think I've got
One
it.
pass. Okay.
I'm done.
Okay, good job, Ruby. Good job.
And sometimes if it's hard to flip it a bit, not over, but
I need water.
just once.
I need
It's
water.
okay if you can't.
Mama.
That's alright.
I need
Because
water.
nobody's perfect. Oops.
I
I
need
think I need
water.
more flour.
Alright. Alright, well we're going to get these rolled out and then we'll be back to show you how to cook them.
Yep.
Alright, we're back. We've got our last tortilla that we're going to make, and I'm going to stand here and roll it out for you. When you're down to your last one, it's a good time to put your pan on so that when we cook, you don't have to wait right away to cook those. I cook mine
I said
in
mine.
a cast iron pan. It doesn't have to be cast iron, just a frying pan on medium heat. So that's heating up right now. It takes a little while for our stove and pan and everything to heat up. So, but anyway, I'm going to show you.
Anyway.
And make sure your edges aren't thick, because
No,
that
I'm not.
it has to. The whole thing has to be flat in order for it to be like a tortilla. If it's not, it kind of looks like a
I
burrito.
need to show. This.
You want to roll?
Yeah, I need roll.
Roll.
Yes, I need roll.
I know.
And only once you roll and then you flip it, so
Yep.
so because the second time it will look weird.
I usually just turn it and then start at the top, pull it down towards me. That way, because usually when you go back the other way is when it tends to stick. So just once, turn, needs a little flour. Just keep turning it until you get it the size you want, or until it's in a thin. You want to be able to see
I like
light
the
to it.
dinosaur.
You making a dinosaur?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you add all the parts together, it'll make a dinosaur. See, this can be the head.
I have no head.
Yeah, dinosaurs have heads.
I mean, touch
What would they be without heads?
Okay.
I mean,
This
crocodile.
little dough ball
This is
kinda small, so
crocodile.
we're not going to get a very
This is
big
crocodile.
crocodile.
And tummy.
Oh.
And his
Oh, in his tummy, in the dinosaur's tummy?
Oh, well, I'm not
Wow.
sure if they eat crocodiles.
Alright, this is kind of roundish, not really, but it doesn't really matter.
Just funny.
And I lay it down this side that has all the flour on it, down on your countertop. And then I take a little bit of flour out of your bowl and dust the top part again. Just because I don't want this to stick, and they take a little while to cook, so I don't want them to stick to our countertop while we're cooking. Alright, I'm going to be right
Because
back.
then-
Let me see.
Because then that will stick to the countertop, and you don't want dough to stick to your countertop, because then it will dry out and it will kind of make something smell like flour, but you don't want it to.
I need water.
And plus, you just don't want stuff on your things that
Alright, our pan
may
is not
just
hot
be
enough
hard to take
yet.
off.
No.
No, it's not. So,
Like fire.
yeah, we
It's
gotta
not like
wait.
fire.
No, it's not hot like fire, so we gotta wait for it to cool. Or I mean, we gotta wait for it to heat up.
Yeah.
You wanna tell us what? You wanna tell us what you're doing, Ruby? What are you making? What you got going on there, sis?
What you got going on? What you making?
Sasha making and seatbelt.
And she has her old rolling pin from her kitchen. It's broccoli. And her first rolling pin was a carrot, apparently. Then it was an egg. Then it was broccoli. And it sticks with broccoli now. But every like 2 seconds she was like, okay, get another one now. And Mom took the other rolling pin, so I'll show you my rolling pin.
I'm a rolling pin.
is my rolling pin. And God put a little flour on it. Actually, it worked pretty well. Mom said, "How are you gonna get a big tortilla?"
Okay, I'm gonna be back.
In like 2 seconds.
Yeah, in 2 seconds, I'm gonna take this phone down off this mount that I have here and bring it over to the stove. Jocelyn's gonna be our camera person.
Yes.
And I'm going to show you how to
Behind
cook these
the
tortillas. All right, we're over the stove with our cast iron pan. We're just going to take our, okay, I'll get you in a second. We're just going to take our tortilla. You don't want any kind of oil or butter or anything. You just want it in the plain pan because these are so thin that if you put oil in there, it's going to fry them. You don't want them fried.
Yes.
You ready to come over to the stove? Yeah. Okay. You can be on the other side of Joss, okay? Joss, step closer to the stove so I can get her in here. Okay.
And it's
Alright.
getting dark.
Yeah, and you see how it's starting to cook.
I want to see.
But it's kind of like pancakes where you gotta wait.
Pancakes.
Yeah,
For a few
pancakes.
minutes
You gotta
and then
wait till you
flip
see
it.
it start bubbling, and you'll be able to see it start coming. Here, scooch up just a little bit. Coming away from the edge on the pan there.
Yeah.
But you gotta wait till you see bubbles from the air coming.
Yes, and you don't want to flip it too early because then it's just not going to taste good, really. It's just going to taste like flour and
No
taste
salt.
weird, like
You've
really,
already got
really
salt in
weird.
there,
So
okay.
and once you're done with your tortilla, it's good. Your tortilla's good, but if you want it to be really good and taste, have more taste to it, you can add butter. Because that's what we had this morning.
See the bubbles?
Mm-hmm.
You want to wait
Oh,
till you've
no,
got quite a few
very
bubbles on there.
No, very full.
I won't burn myself. Thank you for being considerate, though.
Yes.
Okay.
And now butter. And that pepper.
You can't see it through right there.
That's my dad.
Can you bring my stool over here?
Please.
And thank you.
Just don't slip and fall, whatever you do, okay?
I won't. There's quite a few bubbles, so that means that you might have to flip it soon.
Yeah, we're
I'm
getting
flipping
close.
snip.
I just like it really, here, let me show you what I did earlier. I like it really brown. This is how I want it to look at the end.
You want kind of like brown bubbles.
So I like to wait quite a bit on it. Right now.
Okay.
I'm just going to check it. You can take tongs or you can take a spatula or use your fingers, whatever. Yeah, it's not done yet.
But we probably wouldn't
Turn the heat
recommend.
up just a little bit on it.
Yeah, but we probably wouldn't recommend your fingers because then that would hurt. You might burn yourself.
Yeah.
So, and nobody wants to get burned.
No.
It's the worst thing to happen while cooking.
Yeah.
Other than chopping your
Mine's so-
finger off.
They're so big.
Look at those bubbles.
Yes.
I want to see.
You want to see?
Once they start getting actually big, then that means it's actually time to flip them.
Yeah.
Like some right there.
I was going to say, let's check it and see just because I'm being impatient. Yeah, give it another. It's getting brown on there. Which, at this
want to
point, if you
see.
want to flip it and you like
want to
tortillas
see.
like this,
Mama, I want to
perfect. It'll be fine. But I like mine a little bit darker, so.
It's your opinion. Nobody has the same opinion, but sometimes they
What you working on, Ruby?
toward the camera to Ruby real quick. Don't mind the wet brush. There's a
Hairbrush out
yeah. We were brushing our hair because it was kind of natty.
here. To put
Yeah.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's her tortilla, but
Okay,
then
now we're going to flip it.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want
Now the other
to
side cooks quite a bit faster than the first side, so.
So I
And if
will
you want
do
it, if you want it to be
Mama,
like
I
Mom's,
will
go
do
ahead
it.
for it. But don't be
afraid.
afraid if it starts smelling like
Sissy, I
something's
will do
burning
it.
because it's not. It's fine.
I will
It's
do
not
it.
actually burning to where you'll ruin
I
it.
will do it.
Okay. That's cool.
It's not cool.
With the 2 cups of flour, the water that we did, we got 8 tortillas out of, well, 8 and whatever Ruby's making over there. So,
A dinosaur, a bicycle.
And they're all about this size, which would be about small soft taco size.
Yeah, but you can make it bigger if you want to.
Yeah. You can do bigger burritos, tortillas, obviously, but you're not going to get as many out of the recipe.
Yes, because that will take more dough, so then it'll give you about probably 4 or 5.
She's sad. She's sad.
All right, let's see.
And a
pretty.
doggy. I want to make
There
a
we go.
doggy.
Mm-hmm.
Our first tortilla. Okay.
I want to make a
Put it on that plate over there. I'll grab another
That
one.
plate. As you can see, we already have one tortilla
Mom,
there,
this
but that's okay.
Play-Doh.
And we'll show you how to
This is
cook
Play-Doh.
one more.
No, it's not Play-Doh. It's a tortilla dough.
It's just dough, honey, but you can treat it like Play-Doh. It's okay.
Yeah.
You
Just
can play
make
with
sure
it.
it's like it dries out like Play-Doh. So
Stop.
sorry. It's already kind of getting bubbles, but they're kind of small. There's
I
one
want
right
to
there.
get-
Is it? Yeah, the
Mom, one mine.
They kind of get bubbles fast, but not
One
really.
mine. I want one back.
Where's your what, honey?
My pan.
And like we said, there, if you want more taste to it, then you can add butter, because that's what we had this morning with tortillas. We had bacon, eggs, and a tortilla with butter. There's a huge bubble right there. So
Yep. Sometimes they get really big bubbles. Don't pop the bubble. Whatever you
yes,
do, just leave it there.
because you want the bubbles for the tortilla, because that tells you it's ready.
All right, that one's good. Okay.
To me, it looks really weird. It kind of looks like molds. You can add a little coffee with your tortilla too, if you'd like.
And there's no need to like smash it down with a spatula or anything like that. Just let it cook. Let it do its thing.
Yes, and like Mom's doing, check it every once in a while.
That one's getting that side's cooking faster.
Yes.
We're ready to come say bye.
Just remember to flip it often. Well, not flip it often, but just remember to check it every once in a while so it doesn't get burned. Like actually burned.
All right, there we go. See?
It looks like a smile. Wait, turn it over again. Look, it's a winky face.
And that one's done. All right. And we're gonna cook the rest of these. But can you turn it around or no? Can you turn
No.
it? Okay. All right, we'll turn it off then.
We're gonna turn this off real quick so we can flip the camera and say bye.
All right, we're back, and we've got our finished product, our plate of tortillas. Look how good they look. Now you can take those tortillas and put them in a bag, like a Ziploc bag like this,
And eat them with butter.
lined with paper towels, and they'll probably stay good for about 2 or 3 days. Okay? So we hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope you get the chance to make your own. Oh, also with the recipe that I looked up and I gave you guys, I would put a little bit more salt in it, maybe 1.5 tablespoons, maybe even 2 tablespoons, because for me it didn't have enough taste and the salt taste to it. But anyway, other than that, we had a lot of fun today, right? Yeah. And we're going to get to eat some good tortillas tonight for dinner. So we hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Like and subscribe.
Bye.
You say subscribe?
That's right.
Subscribe. Say bye.
And comment.
Thank you. And comment. Bye. We'll see you next time.